Hi, Bella. Good afternoon, and thank you for taking the time to meet with us today at Cafe Bird. As Cafe Bird is first people and well-being position, we're looking forward to hearing how your experience and leader approach can help us shape this new chapter. And we'll explore in the questions that will make you how your values align with your culture and how would you support a diverse workforce and how would you strengthen the employee experience across our cafes. I just want to remind you that we appreciate your time and we are very keen to hear from your insights. I'm going to make you 5 questions, and if you have any doubt, please make any questions. And if I'm going too fast, I do have an accent, as you can notice. Please let me know.
No worries, thank you.
Perfect. Question number one, Bella. Cafe Bird's culture is built on integrity, leadership, empathy, fairness, learning, and curiosity. Can you share how your personal values align with ours and describe the real situation where your behavior in resolving a conflict was guided by these values?
Yep, no worries. So as you mentioned, my name is Bella. I currently work for UTAS, and I have been there for 18 months. I've also got a background of local government. I believe that my personal values align very well with Cafe Vert. I value honesty, fairness, and treating people with respect. I'm currently studying a Bachelor of Business, majoring in people and organisations, and marketing, which I believe has strengthened my understanding of leadership, communication, and just creating a positive workplace. In my role currently, I supervise casual staff members across Launceston and Burnie campuses. And there has been a situation in Launceston where one of our staff members had reported that they were feeling uncomfortable. Another staff member had been using language that was not inclusive, and then kept repeatedly calling them by the wrong name. So the way that I decided to try and resolve the issue was meeting with the staff member who raised the complaint, and just addressed all their concerns and was just someone that could listen to them and understand how they were feeling, so they felt heard and supported. To resolve the situation, I adjusted the roster, and ensured that both members wouldn't work the same shifts together. That way, they would both feel comfortable during work hours. And then later on, I met with that person that originally addressed the issue, and made sure that they were all comfortable with the outcome and that they felt supported in the issues that were being raised. I believe this experience reinforced the importance of listening, treating concerns seriously, and responding with empathy and fairness to maintain a respectful workplace.
Great example, Bella. A second question. Many of our employees come from diverse sociocultural backgrounds, including a large number of immigrants. How would you support an employee who's struggling to follow instructions due to a cultural or communication barrier while still maintaining fairness and performance expectations?
Yeah, so my first step would be to understand why the employee is having difficulty rather than just assuming that it's a performance issue. I would meet with them privately, ask questions, and listen to understand whether it's potentially a language barrier, a cultural or confidence that is affecting their work performance, or affecting their understanding of the job that they're being asked to do. I would then provide them with clear instructions and demonstrate tasks where possible, so that way they have a better understanding rather than just asking them if they understand. I think that it's important to adapt to the way we communicate while keeping expectations the same for everyone. At UTAS, we work with a lot of students from different cultural backgrounds, a lot of staff. So in this, I've learnt a lot of patience and to make sure that I'm clear with my communication. I think that that makes a big difference. And then also just making sure that we give the employees the right support, so they have a better opportunity to succeed, and then maintain the fairness across the team.
Absolutely great answer, Bella. As we establish our first HR department, how would you strengthen Cafe Bear's employee value proposition to improve recruitment and retention across our bakery, barista, logistics, and front of the house teams?
I believe people stay with an organization because they feel valued, because they feel supported, and they have an opportunity to be able to grow within their role. So I'd like to focus on creating a positive workplace culture and providing a thorough onboarding process. I know that when I started with UTAS, there was not a great onboarding process. You were sort of left to figure things out and find
Mhm.
your own way. There were also no processes in place, so you didn't have anywhere to go back if you needed to look up on how to do something. There was nothing in place for you to check that what you were doing was the right thing. So I think that's incredibly important. A great onboarding process, I think, is key. But also just recognizing employee achievements, and offering them the opportunity to develop. In my studies with managing people and organizations, we have reinforced how important it is that employee engagement and organization culture for attracting and retaining staff. Combined with my experience of coordinating teams, and events in local government, I understand the importance of communication and just recognizing and making employees feel included.
Fantastic. Um, what does learning, curiosity, continuous improvement mean to you in a workforce? And how would you foster a positive learning culture across our cafes during your first year in the role?
Learning and continuous improvement are really important to me. Um, as I mentioned earlier, along with working full time and studying um, business as well with my majors, I've enjoyed developing my knowledge and applying what I learn in the workplace, which I think is really important. During my first year, I would encourage regular training, create opportunities for employees to share ideas, and recognize people who do contribute to providing processes. I also believe managers should lead by example, so being open to feedback and continuing to learn themselves, I think is really important.
Fantastic. Um, our last question, Bella. In one of two sentences, tell us why you are the strongest candidate for the People and Wellbeing Manager role at Cafe Verde.
Yep, so I've got 6 years experience in local government. I've been at UTAS for around 18 months, which in both positions I led projects on quite a large scale. I've supervised staff and coordinated large scale events, combined with all my learnings with the Bachelor of Business, and my major being people and organizations. I think I've got a strong leadership, communication skills. Sorry, and I'm excited to build on that at Cafe Verde, being the first HR.
Fantastic, Bella. Um, I just want to be very honest with you. We're going to be interviewing two other persons for this position.
Yep,
And the whole process will take about 15 days.
no
And
worries.
from there, we'll be informing you of the outcome.
No worries. I'm excited to know the outcome.
Thank you, Bella, for your time
Thank you.
today.